You know, Stevie Wonder turned 75 years old. And I think I sit here and, I'll be thinking, I'm like, imagining music without Stevie Wonder is insane. Based on what he has given us and what he has achieved, Stevie Wonder really set the standard of you could do anything. The vision is the mind. The vision is overcoming anything, overcoming, disabilities and really putting the possibilities in front of you. Stevie Wonder is that guy who really outgrew his contemporaries. He really aimed for the he aimed for places that nobody really thought. Like Stevie Wonder has given us timeless music, timeless visionary pieces. It's insane not to put him up there as the king of R&B. It really would be insane not to say Stevie Wonder is not the king of R&B. He is the king of R&B. Now Stevie Wonder birthed everybody. Let's talk about a lot of people come from Stevie Wonder's influence. Charlie Wilson. Let's talk about Charlie Wilson being uh, inspired by Stevie vocals. You go to Computer Love by Roger Troutman. Listen to those vocals that Charlie Wilson's doing in the background. Like he's doing his best Stevie Wonder riffs ever. Like when it comes to riffing, vocally, you know, the pitch, the sound. Stevie Wonder is that guy. You go to uh, a lot of these individuals, um, even Michael Jackson, inspired by Stevie Wonder, R. Kelly. You know, go check out R. Kelly's um, Dream Girl from Chocolate Factory. That's Stevie Wonder's talking book right there. Go listen to Dream Girl by R. Kelly, and you'll be like, oh, that's Stevie right there. Go listen to R. Kelly's um, Step in My Room. Go listen to Can We Get Up on the Room by R. Kelly. Go listen to Love Letter by R. Kelly. This is Stevie Wonder's influence. Like Stevie Wonder gives us things that really like he gives us like he touches music in a really spiritual way. It's hard to deny a Stevie Wonder influence, a Stevie Wonder's riff. Like Stevie Wonder really gives us everything that we need. Imagine music without Stevie Wonder. Imagine music without. Imagine Stevie Wonder's existence not in the music industry. The music industry will be very empty. You look at the his 60s period. This is a guy who literally 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 in the snake pit at Motown with the Funk Brothers, and he's wailing away on these harmonica solos. I don't even know if these solos was written out. You know, I sometimes think Stevie uh, possibly thought of these solos and put them in there. And Stevie has never really had a bad harmonica performance at all on any of these records he put out. You know, you could say, oh, Stevie had some mediocre songs in the 80s, you know, whatnot. You can't deny his performance, right? But his 60s period was amazing. Like, there's a bunch of classic Stevie stuff. Down to Earth is probably one of my favorite albums for once in my life. Um, you know, My Sherry Moore. Uh, my favorite song by Stevie Wonder is My Sherry Moore. Um, it's so many classics. When he decided to take on the reins, and he's like, "Hey, you know, I'm going to uh, I'm going to produce my own material. You know, I'm going to fully be in control of my own material," and he ended up doing that. You know, where I'm coming from. Uh, he ended up doing it on there. He did some on Sunset Delivered. You know, Stevie Wonder as a drummer is incredible. As a musician, as a lyricist, you know, where I'm coming from, Look at Me as Your Soldier. I mean, incredible song. Um, you would think this is something that Bob Dylan would have wrote. You know, it's so incredible. Uh, I Never Dreamed You Leave in Summer. Like, that's like quintessential, like one of those pieces, like you'd be like, this is a classical piece. This is not just a regular song. This is a classical piece. Um, when he did Music of My Mind, and each album you could hear Stevie Wonder getting hungrier and hungrier as a composer. And then when he did Talking Book, he really just was doing things that his contemporaries wasn't doing. He was doing things that surpassed his contemporaries, and he continued on that way. My favorite album is Inner Visions. Um, but back to Talking Book, Maybe Your Baby, heavy on the clavinet. When I first heard Maybe Your Baby, I was probably about maybe 5 years old, and I was watching Money Talks, and I was like, oh, that's Sly and Family Song. I said, no, that's Stevie Wonder. What? Stevie Wonder? Sure enough, Tuesday Heartbreak. These who really thinks of stuff like this? Big Brother, uh, amazing song. Like Stevie has some amazing material. Inner Visions, just the song Visions. Like he gives you something to think about. You know, like he doesn't need the vision is his mind, and it's like Stevie has this third eye that really masterful, and it's really on point. It's like um it's very spiritual. It's very like um it's hard to say. It's like it needs to be studied. Like um and then fulfilling his first finales, like the stuff he's saying in there, heaven's 10 like zillion years away, smile please, um, creep, too shy to say, they won't go when I go. They won't go when I go, like that. Like every time I hear that, just tears be flowing. Like it's something emotional about that. Um, it's very like um, it's hard to say what that is, but they won't go when I go, like that. That's a very that's like a hymn. That's like a gospel hymn almost. Um, just amazing. Uh, Ain't no use. He really uh, responsible for amazing material, like songs in the key of life. Like nobody wasn't really thinking about a double R&B album. Like there was no such thing as a double R&B album that combined jazz, fusion, a little rock and roll, uh, blues, soul. Like nobody wasn't thinking about a double R&B album. I don't care what it is. Like people will say, Earth Wind Fire already did it with Gratitude. I don't know really. Songs in Key of Life was just something that's a generational album. That's something that is to be passed down to generations. Like how family be like, well, we got the recipe from my great great grandmother, and everybody in the family gets it. And this is what Songs in the Key of Life is. Everybody pass it down to generations. Uh, and every song was amazing. And then he comes with the EP, just what's it called? A little something extra, and he gives us like I want to stay on Songs of the Key of Life for a minute. Like Love's in Need Today. Who opens an album with who opens an album like that? Nobody wasn't opening an album like that. Like he opened it with like in unison himself. You got these amazing songs. Have a Talk with God. Black Man. I Wish, Sir Dude. He's, you know, Pastime Paradise. Like this, like I mean, just for like to go back, Love's in Need of Love Today. It's like a choir of Stevie Wonders just giving us rich vocals. Like nobody, like anything else happened afterwards. Everybody else did it afterwards. Stevie was really like the first person to do that. In his way. Some people might say, well, Marvin Gaye did it. This was different. You know, this was different. This was on a whole other level. You know, Stevie being able to compose, play his own music. That's an album that's amazing. Like I play that every time I go to Vegas. I play the double disc. You know, one of my favorite songs on the EP is that he came out. That was on that came out after Songs of Kill Life. On a little something extra, Saturn. Saturn is amazing. And Stevie's playing the bass on that, and he's copying, composing what Nathan Watts will play. Like amazing, like, you know, Isn't She Lovely? Like he really gave us some anthems. He really gave us incredible material. A lot of people like to gloss over the album he did. The album A Journey. I'm trying to remember that album, but it's the double disc or the double album. People kind of like don't like to talk about Journey Through the Secret Lives of Plants. Like that's some amazing material right there. Power Flower, Someone You Love, like both versions. Like there's a few more on there. And then you got Hotter in July. Hotter in July is like really like that was really mixed very different. That was mixed very like it's very I can't really say what Hotter in July was. Engineering wise, it was very like a departure of what he was usually doing. Like the mixing of it, But all I do is an anthem of anthems. Um, Cash in Your Face. Like these some underrated songs. Do Like You. Underrated, incredible material. Um, and then he gives us singles. Uh, Do I Do, That Girl, like in Ribbon in the Sky. Ribbon in the Sky. That's like that's another one of my favorites. Um, and then Stevie went and did the movie stuff. The Don't Drive Drunk, the Lady in Red, or the Woman in Red. That was a pretty good soundtrack. I really enjoyed that one. Um, it's Love Like Flight. He's like, take me to paradise. Like that. That was a hot one. And then in Circle Squares, Missing Ones. Uh, it's actually called Whereabouts. Whereabouts. Um, uh, Sure. He's like, I don't wanna be on a minute of love, sure. And like I like that one. I think he originally conceived that like during Songs in the Key of Life, but he kept it. Go Home is another good one. Uh, he had some good ones on there, and then characters you will know like who thinks of songs like this? This is 1980. Like this is like what 87, 88. Everything is pop. Everything is just Madonna. Uh, you know, everything just pop, right? Stevie comes out with "You Will Know," a message, to uh, a message to everybody, minorities, and really like Stevie. I could go on and on and on all day. I will be here all night. Um, the soundtrack of Jungle Fever is still amazing to me. Wow. Who would think of anything like that? Like production wise, he was giving Teddy Riley a run for his money on that. Um, some people call these projects mediocre. Um, However they may say or what, Stevie always had uh, a handful of good songs on each album, no matter how mediocre you think it was. Um, just and the sad thing about Stevie Wonder and his journey through the music is that he lost a lot of his friends. Marvin Gaye, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Quincy Jones, uh, majority of the Motown people just all gone. He lost his mother. He lost Sarita Wright. Um, and Stevie Wonder still stays resilient. He still is a figure amongst us. And, you know, Stevie Wonder is the king of R&B. You know, I seen somebody on Twitter talking about, oh, he's not R&B, he's soul. He's he's Motown. Stevie Wonder defined what a Motown he he, he Stevie Wonder went beyond a Motown artist. You can't pigeonhole a talent like Stevie Wonder. It's ridiculous. You can't do that. This man shaped music and culture as it was. Literally. You know, everybody wanted to wear bees on their hair because of Stevie. You know what I'm saying? Like, Stevie just, like, he stays resilient. He's really, you don't hear anything bad about Stevie Wonder. And I think it's because he has a great team around him. He comes from um, he he comes from a place where, you know, you had to make a name for yourself, or, you know, you was just hung out to dry. And he followed his dreams, and he's really a king. And the sense of humor he has, even though he's um, blind, is amazing. You know, most people, you know, would just kind of, you know, just deal with it the best they could, but best they can. But Stevie, he really, like, he pokes fun at himself. He knows how to have a good time, despite whatever it is. And you know, happy birthday to Stevie Wonder, 75 years old. He is a treasure for sure. And, you know, we gotta wrap Stevie Wonder up in bubble wrap. You know, this is the last of the Titans, the last of the last, the greatest of the greatest. Stevie Wonder is really our last bona fide musician alive who really dominated the music landscape. And he still made time to um, he still made time to be kind and be um, rewarding. And Stevie Wonder deserves every great thing that comes to him. You know, my only gripe with Stevie, I wish he would make more albums, and I hope to see him in, you know, in concert someday. Uh, that's all I'm gonna say right there. I know I'm like 30 minutes in. Please like this, comment, subscribe. Let me know your favorite Stevie Wonder album, Stevie Wonder song, Stevie Wonder moment. How old was you when you became a fan? And yeah, all that good stuff. All right, I'm out.